Good evening, Master. Good evening to all our friends, beings of light, always present in our sessions. I'm happy with everyone's commitment with this important mission. Today, we will have a different session, Master. Saint Germain is the one who speaks to you here. I came here firstly to thank all for your commitment in our work, and also to communicate some changes that we will make to put our work back on track, considering the new reality that the material world exposes us, demonstrates to us with this issue of social isolation, the pandemic, and everything else that we are already tired of knowing. The fact is that these issues ended up changing some paths that we had planned. I will explain myself. When we made the first planning for this work, we directed our friend Channel a fundamental piece of our work so that he had a peaceful life, a life less troubled than the one he had previously, including the physical distancing from his loved ones, also occupying him with a more appropriate work according to the situation that we would like him to live in order to have the experience that would be more appropriate for the moment he would go through, the moment of transition. It is important to say, Master, that we know of various concerns that occur in the mind of our friend. We know about his past lives and the issues that have come from past lives to this life. We know that in other lives he was in need, and in this life, in his reincarnation plan, we define together that there would be no shortage that would take him out of the path to which he was chosen to trace. So we know that the scarcity of material things would have a very big impact on his life. Therefore, together with our friends, the Ascended Masters, we made, as far as possible, we made arrangements in the material world so that he has the best situation, the most comfortable and the most favorable situation for this job. For that, we even drove him away from his city, from his loved ones, and gave him a job, a quieter job, so to speak, without changing the structure of his work so much. That being said, now we have the issue of the pandemic, the question of his return to his home, to the interaction and coexistence with his loved ones, as well as the stress that has been occupying his mind again because of work. Anyway, we can say that we are taking a path that was not planned. The route has been deviated a little, and we have to bring it back to the one planned. So, Master, what we will have to do is accentuate our activities so that we will work a little more, once a week, to correct the route. Perhaps it is not enough, because it is important that the work with Master Kuan Yin is consolidated. It is important that the messages of the beings of light are disseminated to the human beings with higher degree of spirituality. It is also important, very important, Master, that the techniques of materialization, levitation, and teleportation are fully absorbed by the Master, by channel, as well as the entire group that is working with Master Tanaka. One way to speed up this process would be a specific session with me, Saint Germain, Master Tanaka, and our friend channel. Eventually, I will call the presence of some of our friends, beings of light, present here, and obviously the fundamental presence of our protector, our guardian, Archangel Michael. But we will make specific sessions for the development of these processes, for the acquisition of knowledge, so that these processes, these three main processes, materialization, levitation, and teleportation, are acquired, and if practiced, you will be able to do it as soon as possible. Of course, we will respect the limitations of the physical bodies of every human being. We will respect the limits of every human being, but we will make this information captured in a more optimized way. We already did a test yesterday with our friend Channel, in which he was subjected to a self-hypnosis, and in which we were able to work his subconscious quite successfully, with a reasonable acceptance of his bodies. Therefore, we know that in this topic we are well developed. Now, we just need to break a few more ties from his subconscious and his unconscious, and register the knowledge so that these processes are carried out quickly. With these techniques, with these processes properly obtained, properly incorporated into his bodies, it will be possible to disseminate our messages more effectively to a growing group of people, and thus exponentially change the knowledge of the human being in the material plane. It is the moment that we've been trying for a long time. Several projects have been carried out, some with some success, others with failures, but in each of these projects we have learned a lot, and today we have an experience that leads us to have a greater optimism. The preparation was done, and now it is more appropriate than in previous projects. We have taken all the care not to fail, based on the experiences we have had at other times. We are in a moment of optimism towards the work, and also correcting the routes that have been diverted due to situational actions that we experience. Master Tanaka, so in practice, I would like you to talk to our friend Channel and set another date one more time during the week to improve ourselves on these three processes, which are so important for our final goal. Again, we will always respect the limit of each one of you, but we expect the commitment of each of you as well. I continue to reaffirm that both the work of Master Kuan Yin for her new healing technique and the messages of our friends, beings of light, to human beings should continue in parallel to this work. Therefore, Master, in the bodies of our friend Channel, we are giving more details about the future. So please, I think you should talk about this knowledge with him, these details of what will be done in the future, okay? It is important that these processes are done quickly so that our friend channel is more comfortable to follow spiritual actions, the actions of spirituality in regards to the material plane, making a big change in his personal life, in his professional life, to serve our goals, as described in our reincarnation plan, or in his reincarnation plan. I hope I made myself clear, Master. Yes. Very well. In practice, I will be together with you, transmitting my knowledge so that Master Tanaka and our friend channel can practice the materialization, can practice levitation, can practice teleportation. We know that the experience with meetings or distance work is being very successful, which makes life a lot easier for us. There is no need to travel, no loss of time in traffic, nor the imminent risks of the material plane. And you will all be there in the comfort of your homes without having to make trips. We will be acting on the conscious, the subconscious, and the unconscious, and on all the bodies, all 7 bodies of the 2 of you. I hope we have the consent of both of you, okay? Master Tanaka, the dynamic will be, I will make sure that the beings of light are present at the time defined by the 2 of you, and we will act together so that you both have this understanding. In parallel, we will emphasize the preparation of the bodies which occur in everyday actions, in the day-to-day actions. We will be more present to prepare you mentally, emotionally, and physically for this job. I'm only warning you because many changes have occurred and will reflect on your physical actions. But this will be communicated to you step by step through intuition. We just need your minds to be available for intuition, so you can follow these intuitions, which is a way for us to talk to you, as already happens with our Master Tanaka, but not so much with our beloved channel. Remembering, you have free will, and we can never go against your free will. But we will emphasize, we will increase the load of intuition that we will be making available to each of you in your day-to-day. So stay tuned, stay away from bad thoughts that lock the mind, that lock the bodies. Stay away from any actions, from anything that might decrease the vibration, the energy frequency that you work on, okay? Vibrate love, vibrate positive thoughts, avoid conflicts, avoid unnecessary discussions. We will be together with you, increasing the Christ energy of each one of you, but we will need your availability, and this availability is through your actions, through your thoughts, okay? I believe the message is given. We will work on correcting this route, and we will work on accelerating our actions. Again, I appreciate everyone's presence. I ask the collaboration of you human beings to seek to learn about these primordial subjects of levitation, materialization, and teleportation. Seek information with our friends. Seek information in the media, in the information that is available through technological resources, which is also a way of being prepared for this work. Be aware that we will be intuiting you in the search for this information, just as was done this morning with our friend Channel, when early this morning I already made available a message from me to him, speaking precisely of this moment that we live, from the need to accelerate these processes. And that's how we work, through intuitions, performances in the bodies, emotional, physical, etheric, mental, and so on. Thank you all so much. Have a great week. So be it. Oh, thank God.